everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs if they want to control the pace of the game. It's Freeman's Falcons going up against Ingram's Saints.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And oh, right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Breeze now. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. The slot man in motion right. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. In motion is Austin Hooper. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On On second down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second down now after the pass completion. From the shotgun, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll run it with Kamara. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there at 22. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On second down, Kamara. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Glover. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Gabriel, the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. And now Ryan not happy about either their formation or the play call. Whatever the case, he's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Play action. Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Glover. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
On third and short to give to the tight end. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We're waiting. Here we go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Okay, Paul, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Ready. We're waiting. Safety creek. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Sammy.
Again, it's Kamara. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now Breeze on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we're waiting. Easy. Light 5-4, light 5-4.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. A final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. This is Coleman. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Gabriel, the man in motion. They will run again with Coleman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Ready. 5, 2 kill. Check. Ready. Yellow 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, fighting off the defender. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Fresh set of downs here. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Here's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Breeze to throw again. Flush to his right. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Again, it's Breeze. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Ryan, and we'll keep it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Snags it for the pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins past him. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now Ryan. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Finding Gabriel, complete. Give him 16 on the pickup. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Coleman now. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now that's one they hate. The ball's come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go for a big play down. And got his man complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Breeze now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. To throw is Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now Breeze. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And the D looking like they may blitz. They run it again with Kamara. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Got it. Hey, easy. Kill.
And the back goes into motion. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. A win would be their first of the young season. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.